Welcome back, Miss Curdy here, and today we are going to be talking about topic 12-2, which is fractions and regions. So one of the vocabulary words that we're going to be working with today is a unit fraction. And the unit is going to tell us that we're just naming one piece of the whole. So right here I have a bunch of unit fractions listed out. We have 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/6, and 1/8. And with the exception of our half, we are always using, we always name these by their ordinal name. So whenever I'm thinking about ordinal names, I'm thinking about the order. So if you think about what order you are in line, you would say I'm third, I'm fourth, I'm fifth, I'm sixth, and so on and so forth. So that's how we name these fractions. This is 1/2 with the only exception that's not an ordinal number. 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, and so on. So these are all unit fractions. I can draw another unit fraction here, 1/100th, 1/53rd if I wanted to. Whatever our denominator is, as long as that numerator on top is 1, we have a unit fraction. Alright, so we're going to take a look at this figure below. Here we have a circle, and it's been partitioned into some equal pieces. And partitioned, if we look at that word, we see the word part just means it's been broken up into parts. So the shape has been partitioned into 8 pieces, which means each piece, the unit fraction, is going to be 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each of these is 1/8. Let's go ahead and fill that in, just like a pizza. So if each of these is 1/8, our whole would be 8/8. Our whole is broken up into 8 pieces, and if we name all of them, all 8, we are naming the whole thing. 8/8 equals 1 whole. Alright, and now if we look at the gray pieces, the fraction that we can represent with those pieces would be 5/8, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those pieces shaded in out of 8. So we can think of this as 5 out of 8. That's another way to name that. Alright, so what fraction is represented by the unshaded pieces? The unshaded pieces. Take a moment now to write that fraction down, count them up, and come up with what fraction is represented by the unshaded. So if we look at that, I see that I have 1, 2, 3 pieces that are not shaded. 3 pieces out of my 8 total. So the unshaded fraction would be 3/8. Down below here, we want to use our fraction bar to show 3/4. So before I start, I want to think about what that means. This means I'm going to have 3 out of 4 shaded, and I know that since my denominator is 4, my total bar needs to be broken up into 4 equal pieces. So in order to do fourths, I like to actually start by just cutting my bar in half. So now I have 2 pieces that are just about equal. And now to get 4, I'm simply going to cut each of those halves in half. So I've only drawn 3 lines, but that's given me 4 equal pieces. So the unit fractions for each of these would be 1/4. If you need to pause the video to fill that in, go right ahead. But now I have my bar partitioned into 4 equal pieces, and my numerator is telling me I need to shade in 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Just a couple of quick lines to show that those are 3 out of the 4 pieces shaded in. Alright, and that is it for 12-2. So go ahead and glue this in your notebook, and you can continue working on it and let your teacher know if you would like a mini lesson. Have a great day. I'll meet you back here for 12-3.